First, the speaker suggested signing in and getting the visitor's pass at the desk when they entering the building. He reminded they do not lose that pass because they would need to wear it at on time when they were in the building. Then he suggested waiting for an escort to accompany them to their destination. Next, they could be escorted back to the reception desk. Finally, he reminded before they were leaving, they must sit down and return their pass. Firstly, the speaker said to the customers the store would close in 15 minutes. He asked them go to the checkout. Then she reminded that they could use the checkout lane if they were buying 5 or fewer items and on paying with cash. Next, she suggested showing the guard their receipt when they leave the store. Finally, she reminded them check their items in size and color before they pay because they didn't accept returns. First, the speaker introduced the next news was the weekend weather report, and then Tom Tales would interview Susan Gilbert about her new book, How to Get Rich in the Stock Market. Next, he introduced Miss Gilbert was a renowned expert on investing in finances and writes the weekly newspaper column, You and Your Money. She explained that were very important, so finally she introduced Peter with the news. First, the speaker thought there would be a large turnout for the afternoon after. He explained everyone were invited to enjoy preceded by speeches by mayor and the safe police. Then he said they would be enjoyed their barbecue and firewood at City Park in the evening. They could attend a morning soccer game at National Stadium. Those are free even. Finally, he reminded them arrive early if they want to get a good seat. First, the speaker said they had a few chances because the scheduling conflict. Then he explained Professor Jameson would speak immediately following lunch instead of before. Morning coffee would be served in front hall instead of the dining room. The morning workshops would begin at 10 o'clock as originally scheduled, but the afternoon session wouldn't begin until 1:30. Finally, he introduced Miss Carter would give opening talks. First, the speaker said the president had left the day for a visit to America. Then she explained he would head first to a meeting in Mexico City with leaders from Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico. Following a few days of rest at the Mexican beach resort, he go on to meeting with heads of state in Peru and Ecuador. Finally, she said he would tour factories and meet with union leaders in both countries. First, the speaker thanked the customer because they had owned the making machine. Then he commented they were sure to enjoy the luxury of having fresh baked bread every day right in your own home. Next, he explained the use of their new bread machine. Simply choose a recipe from the instruction book, assemble and measure your ingredients, then place them in the machine. Finally, he commented that they wouldn't be able to wait for their first taste. First, the speaker said to the people they could register for classes by phone and avoid the long lines at the registration office. Then she suggested calling their telephone number. Press 1 if they were a new student, or press 2 if they were a returning student. Next, she suggested them entering their social security number and the class number. After they had selected on their classes, entering their credit card number, they hung up. Finally, she said they would receive the receipt by mail within 5 days. Hello everyone, my name is Nhân. Today I would like to tell you a short talk sequences. Now listen to me. First, the speaker asked the pupils when they got their test, they should write their name at the top in capital letters before they did anything else. Then he suggested reading the direction carefully before they answer the questions. And next, he reminded to remember mark their answer on the answer sheet. If they didn't have pencil, let's tell him. Finally, he said they could turn in and go home when they had finished the test. First, the speaker said hello and presented Miss Kim playing violin concerto. Then she said that the concert that evening would be preceded by a brief talk by Professor Simon on the history of the violin. She explained Mr. Simon had lectured on the violin all around the world, and then she said they would enjoy the refreshments in the lobby. Finally, she introduced Mr. Simon.